YouTube Live is giving me a little bit of trouble, so we're gonna try this another time, or second time, I should say. I'm Richard Byrne, and this is the second installment of my new series that I accidentally started called Lessons from 12,000 Blog Posts. This is based on something I jotted down in my notebook and then took a picture of and shared on Instagram, and it's just kind of become a thing of its own now. So the second lesson that I've learned from publishing 12,000 blog posts is that you really have to have a purpose in publishing. Uh, your blog could be just an exercise you do just for yourself, but if you really want it to grow and you want people to read it, it needs to have a purpose that's greater than just you. That purpose could be to help someone become a better math teacher, teach them a new way to teach math or a new idea for teaching math. Dan Meyer did a great job with that. You could be a phys ed teacher trying to get other phys ed teachers to take a look at a different way to approach physical fitness and phys ed and getting that across to students. But the idea is you have to have a purpose. And once you've clearly defined your purpose, it becomes a little bit easier to generate blog post topics, because what happens is you have already identified what you want to write about, and now you just need to break that out into as many subtopics and subheadings as possible. I use mind mapping to do this. I'll start with a list of 10 or 12 topics, and before long that can become a mind map of 100 blog post topics. And I do that on a fairly regular basis. It's a great way to generate blog post topics. The other thing about having a purpose in your blog that I think is really handy or really helpful is that people know why they're coming to your blog. They understand what you're writing about, what you're about, and so that keeps people engaged, I think, on a longer term basis. So that's my tip about having a purpose for your blog. Tune in tomorrow or maybe the next day when I do part 3 in my series on 12 things I've learned from 12,000 blog posts. And hopefully this live version streamed a little bit better than the first one.